Yeah, they're ready for you, mate.
Are they ready?
Yeah.
I can do them.
I fancy it. Thank you. What you bum? Sam's, I'm afraid. Ricky's ball. Take breath.
Well, welcome back to the action here on Streamboard 10. As you have just seen, the players Ricky Evans and Mick Todd have balled up, and it's the first semi-final of the Derby Open. And Mick Todd starts off with 60 there, a tall player, Mick Todd, and is against the fast-throwing rapid Ricky Evans, who kicks his leg off with ton 40.
Just leg off with a well done.
And Todd hits a 47, so that's a bit of a slip.
Just let you know, Mick actually kicked off with 100, then a 47. Evans.
That's two consecutive ton 40s for Evans. Evans hits 85, leaving him 136 for the first leg.
Hey, what's it first to? Is it 5?
What's the 5?
Oh, and just to remind you all, the semi-finals is best of 9, first to 5 legs.
Awesome.
So Evans will have first crack at 85 for the first leg. Oh, has he miscounted or something? Apologies for what's had a bit of a problem with the score, but Todd on 140 needs for trouble to leave tops. Well, we can't. So Evans has double top for the first leg,
Double top of the
and he
first
takes
leg.
it.
First dart, one dart. There it is. You wonder why our players are turning around over something.
And it's also a breaker throw for Ricky
Too
Evans.
loud.
Breaker throw for Evans also against Todd.
1-3-4 to kick off the leg.
1-2-5 there from Todd. Edges him closer after Evans has 1-3-4.
What are you fucking on about?
Both of these players possess good quality. Mick Todd, in actual fact, was a competitor at the UK Open back in 2017, where he made the last 64 of the event. Since then, he's been competing on the circuit, trying to put his tour card into action. Mick Todd. Ricky Evans, of course, a more major player than him at 56 on the PDC, and throwing magnificent darts like those. Todd on 1-4-5 for the second leg. Can't find the treble.
He'll build on that though.
But he leaves it handy. Well,
Bit of a random fact for you. Mick is actually the tallest player on the tour.
he's not actually the tallest person on earth, you know, but he's on 45. 13 double.
Fucking mongoloid.
Oh, he's missed for 13, so it's going to go 9 for double 16. And that's the second leg to Mick Todd. Now it's 1-all. And it's another breaker throw. Now this is to hold his throw for Todd. Oh, wait, we've got a bit of an issue here. Someone's somebody. Our referee has had to pull out, so getting one of our youth players, Leighton Bennett, to referee that match as Todd kicks off with another ton. As I just mentioned, Leighton Bennett won the BDO Cambridgeshire Open, defeating Reese Hayden in the final of that 5-0. Reese Hayden's also been competing in Players' Championships recently, as Mick Todd fires in a 140. Leighton Bennett is an exciting new talent on the circuit, on the BDO circuit. At the age of 12, he is carrying on with taking over the refereeing job here.
I know none of you can see that, but he's actually took over the mark.
Todd is on 2-1-5, sorry. And a 1-3-5 leaves him 80. Evans is back on 230. But Todd now on 80 for 2-1 and to go into the lead. Double 10. And he takes it in 2 darts.
Shows you how tall Mick Todd actually is, because you can actually see his hand on the dartboard when he's about to throw. Very big lad. Very nice lad though, gentle giant. Very nice player all round.
Evans starts off with a nice 1-3-7, and Todd only kicks off with a 95. So Evans might break his throw once again. Sorry, he might retain his throw and get it back to 2-all.
The speed of Ricky Evans is astounding. How fast he throws and how accurate he can be with how fast he throws.
Well, certainly has the potential, I must say, to do well in these kind of tournaments, especially the Derby Open. Ricky Evans comes from Kettering in the UK, so I'm surprised he made the journey up to Derby to participate in the Open, but he's making the journey there worthwhile. He's left 130 once again. Could get a dart at the bullseye here. But Evans has left himself 180. Evans leaves himself... So Evans leaves himself 65 again. I apologise to anyone if I am speaking too loud, because I have been advised to turn down the volume a bit. So I'll try not to speak so loudly during these matches.
2-2.
And as I was apologising there, Evans has levelled it again at 2-all. And Todd kicks off with a 96. Unlucky treble 3 there for Evans. He's going to switch down to 99.
And I'm going to start drinking beer.
Another ton there from Todd. He's him on 206. Evans is struggling to hit the big numbers, but he hits an 84. Mick Todd leaves himself 106 for the 5th leg, and for a holder throw once again. Treble 18 for double 16. Yeah, double 16 the shot. Misses outside. Evans still on 178. Cannot leave an out shot. Well, he can now. But
32
Todd,
left.
double
for
16
Todd.
for 3-2. That's not a bad marker. Or that one either.
Should really hit it from here.
No,
Thought you'd hit it from there, wouldn't you?
no, he hasn't took it, so Evans cannot take out 119. He's frustrated here. Todd now needs double 8. Now double 4. And he misses again, so Evans will go for the ball on 92.
Double.
Well, he's doesn't have a dart at a double due to his frustration. Oh, he has now. But double 4 to go 3-2 up for Mick Todd, and another holder throw. Unlucky treble 7 for Evans.
Eight, 86. He's a renowned cover shot player, Mick Todd. Very good on the 19s when he needs to switch. Did you see how his darts lay down? If he hits, he's above the treble 20, he has to go down to the 19s. But if he gets one in the treble 20 it's lying down, you guarantee there's at least one more going in.
Not a bad start there for Todd. This will be for a break of throw if he can get in 2 or more trebles here. Is it one of them? And there's
nice
another
140
ton
there from Mick
40.
Todd. And brilliantly followed with another 140 by Ricky Evans there. This will be a really interesting game, I feel. 3-2, and this could go anyway. Both quality players, both held tour cards before. Ricky being number 57.
Pass you over to Jack Kerr, by the way.
Ricky being number 57 in the world, you would expect. However, Mick Todd holding a tour card 2 years before is a very, very dangerous character. As Ricky leaves 36 there, Mick looking for 95 to go 4-2 ahead. That's the bullseye. Will he look at 5 or 13? He's looked at 13 for double 16. Double 16 for a 4-2 lead. And that's just outside. Ricky Evans saying for double 18 for a level game 3-3. And that's that, 3-3. Both players running at around a 90 average now. This is a very high quality game. Obviously first to 5 legs. There's Mick Todd straight in with a treble 20 there. That's a ton from Mick Todd. Brilliantly followed 2 treble 19s after a poor first start from Ricky Evans. Steady 96 away from Mick Todd here, looking to hold throws for a 4-3 lead, go one away from the match. Have a Ricky pushing him all the way, but 44, not the best score there. Mick will be looking for a setup from 305. A 135 would be lovely here if he can find another treble 20. And well, only 80 scored, that's a little bit unlucky. But Ricky not really putting him under any pressure, but that treble 18 last dart was a very good dart. There's a steady ton there from Mick Todd, leaving 125. Ricky will be looking to leave a setup from 245 here. We'll be looking for at least 2 trebles. He can't find the treble 20, but looks down for 2 treble 19s. 96 scored, leaves 149. Mick Todd looking at 125 to go 4-3 ahead and go one away from a place in the final. That's 105 scored from Mick Todd. That's brilliant darts to leave 20. Ricky Evans looking at 149. He leaves 54, but Mick Todd looking at double 10 for a 4-3 lead.
Double 5 now for Todd. That's a good marker. This is for 4-3.
Yes, and that's a brilliant dart. Third dart from Mick Todd takes the 4-3 lead. Ricky Evans now throwing to try and make this level game. Mick Todd going for the match. From here, Ricky sets off 96. Mick will be looking to pile in at least 2 trebles here to try and get a bit of a breakaway. Trying to get for the match. As Sam Revel says, a breakaway is a lovely biscuit as Mick Todd hits a ton. And that's a brilliant 115 from Ricky Evans there to follow it up. It's an 85 from Mick Todd. Ricky Evans piles in a huge 180 there, and this looks like it's going to go to 4 legs all. Ricky leaving 110, Mick Todd back on 316, and with not in a treble 20 in that first dart, could not leave a finish. And only 60 there. Ricky will have at least 6 darts at 110 to make it 4-4. And he wants double 16, and that's 4-4. That's a brilliant 12 dart leg from Ricky Evans. As we go to a deciding leg, it'll be Mick Todd to throw. See what he can pile in here. That's a lovely 137 from Mick Todd there.
So it's now 4-all as you saw Evans hit a ton plus checkout there, 110. So it's now best of 3 first 2 legs now, as it's 4-all. Oh, sorry.
Mick Todd
my
piles in a lovely
apologies.
ton there.
I really need to choose my words more wisely. Evans hits 95. But Todd, if he hits a ton, he'll be down to a finish first. Well, he's not going to. Oh, hang on. Yes, he is.
Todd leaves a bogey number.
Oh, no, he's not, sorry.
So Ricky Evans will be
168.
looking at 281. And that's a brilliant 140 to leave.
141 for Evans, but Todd can just set this up nicely here. He leaves himself 110.
Ricky
Evans has
for
141 for the match. He's not going to take it
That's
out
a brilliant
yet.
125 to leave double 8, which means Mick Todd will have to take this 110 out for a place in the final, because you wouldn't back against Ricky Evans taking out double 8. Mick Todd 110. That's the 20. 90 left. He's hit the treble 18. It's double 18 for the match for Mick Todd. And that's the game, and that is a brilliant game by both fellas.
Well played by both
Mick
players
Todd
there.
winning.
Thank you for our commentary team.
Ricky Evans
Jack
with an average
Mason
of
and
96.
myself.
Mick Todd with an average of
All the way
89.
down
7
to
points
last
in the
leg.
average.
Averages
It's
for the match
interesting.
was Mick Todd 88 and 96 to Ricky Evans. Just goes to prove averages mean nothing. We'll be back soon with the next semi-final. Me and Jack will be back. Thank you for tuning in. See you again soon.
Well, Mick Todd is in the final of the Derby Open. And
Right then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for letting me be your commentator for the day so far on TDDL, the Thursday Derby Darts League, Derby Open 2018. I am off now around the town to get a lot of beer in me, ready for tomorrow's tournament at Summer Coast, the Red Soul Tournament, Ripple Elite Darts Singles League. Let the beer flow. Enjoy the final. Some very good players left in it. I'll see there. Hi guys, weekend's here again. Hope you've had a good one and earned you for your old quid. And you old bloody pensioners. Be seeing you.
well, my partner was signing off the commentary there, as you might have noticed, but this is now our second semi-final between the Derby legend Colin Osborne.
You like a bit of Elvis, don't you?
No, I don't want to. Sorry, I was just interrupted there, but this second semi-final is this is between Colin Osborne and Lee Starkey. One of them will join Mick Todd in the final. So all the best to both players. Colin Osborne could be one to watch in his local tournament. But we'll see how far this could go on for. Ricky Evans is marking this semi-final. So I think Osborne might be going for the ball. No, he's not. He's just having a few more practice starts. So it looks like Colin Osborne is going to... No, we'll be waiting until we're ready to go for the ball off. Right, it looks like we're going to get underway here. Osborne will go for the ball first. And he hits for 25. Starkey is outside, so Colin Osborne will kick us off in the second semi-final. Let's get underway. And he starts his advantage off with kicking off with a nice ton. A bit of a loose fight there for Stanley. I apologise if I might have got Lee Stanley's name mixed up with Starkey, so another apology for that, sorry. But 45 from Osborne is a bit of a slip, but so what? Stanley producing another 55 there. There's one treble. Oh, that's a bit unlucky. One. But a 1-2-1 there. Gives him a swell advantage. There's another ton for Lee Stanley. Osborne's in again. Oh, but another treble one. 83 leaves him 152 for the first leg. Stanley can't put any pressure on here. See how Osborne takes this. He's got one treble. Oh, he just misses below. But he leaves himself 52. With Stanley back on 206. Oh, another treble 5 there. So he's going to go 12 double top here, Osborne. Double top, 2 darts for the first leg. And that's game shot to Osborne. And a holder throw also. But Stanley is in that treble, and again. Oh, he's just in that treble one again. But a steady start there, 1, 2, 3. These two guys have really made their mark in the Derby Open, especially Colin Osborne, as he is a local lad and one of the most famous, as he is also a publican rather than just a dart player. He used to own a pub with his wife Sarah in the town of Derby for about 18 months. So he's made a real impact on his life. but he's a bit behind here from Stanley. He has to move right across there, but he cannot find the treble. Stanley on 240. If it's a ton, he'll be down to a finish, but he can't. Not just yet, anyway. Osborne hits a ton, but Stanley will try and set this up here. If he can get another treble required, and that leaves him on double top for one apiece. Osborne just needs another treble here, but that's a bit disappointing there. So Stanley, double top for the second leg. That's a good marker. Or we need to go to treble, double 15 to save it, and he gets it. So it's now one apiece. Another loose one for Osborne on 81. And I am being joined by Paul Redfern, the tournament director, who made the quarter-finals of the Derby Open, apparently. So would you like to give your opinions on who might win this second semi?
Well, Lee did beat me, so I've got to favour him, haven't I? He's been playing well, but I'd just like to thank Mason for you doing a cracking job in the commentary. So I'll just come over and say thank you, mate. Doing a really good job here.
Well, thank you very much. And there's a ton 40 from Stanley, getting himself ahead for the moment. Osborne needs to get another treble here, or rather just one treble. Oh, that's very disappointing. So Stanley could have an opportunity for the breaker throw in this third leg. That is another ton 40, second consecutive of the leg.
Yeah, he doesn't let up. He does punish you when he's on it, Stanley. I must admit, he did that against me. So Colin needs to pull his finger out here if he wants to get back into it.
Well, Osborne is on to 3-9, so treble 17. Just above that. So Stanley has left himself 79 for the breaker throw. Osborne needs to put a bit of pressure on it. That's a good start. Might come down to the 19s here. Yep, that's a good one. That leaves him 102, but Stanley is on 79. Oh, that's very unlucky. So is that. So Osborne, 102 for the hold of throw. That's a good start. 2 for tops. Just below.
He'll be disappointed with that.
So Stanley has 58 for the break. It's just in there, so double top, double 10. And he just misses inside. So Osborne now has 3 more darts at double 10 to hold his throw. That's a good marker to get next to. And he takes it. It's now 2-1.
I think Colin needed that, though. To keep the darts there coming back from behind. That'll give him some a world of confidence, that will.
That's not a bad start there from Stanley, 85. That's also a good start from Aussie, 100. There's one treble from Stanley. Oh, and another. Oh, I think he's just hit the maximum. Maximum ton 80 there for Stanley. First of a match, I think.
What's your thoughts on this game then, Mike?
But there's
Didn't hear what he said.
no pressure there from that 60 from Osborne.
Didn't hear what he said. It's a good game.
There's
And I'm
another
sitting
ton
on the
from
fence
Stanley.
and not saying who I think is going to win.
Leaves him on 136 for his holder throw. It could be a possible 12 darter here after 9 from Stanley. So 136. Possible 12 darter. Not going to be this time. Osborne needs to hit as much pressure as he can on Stanley here. Needs 2 trebles. Well, he's not going to. Well, he hits a ton, but Stanley is on 91 for 2 apiece. 74. He'll hit a 20 to leave tops when he comes back, but Osborne is on 141. See how he takes this. Oh no, he's going to have to set this up. 61 left, 25 or no. He leaves himself 50, but Stanley is on double top. It's not a bad marker, and there it is.
Good arts, Lee. Both seem to find their feet at the moment. They're both, nobody's going to breaking away at the moment.
So it's now 2-all in the second semi-final. Osborne is going to kick off with another 60.
I think he'd be disappointed with that myself.
Oh, that's unlucky from Stanley. Needs a treble here, but he finds one. Osborne moves across there to try and find a treble, but he can't. That's 2 60s for him.
Be disappointed with that. He want to break back now.
Stanley also hits another 60.
It's averages. You know, when you're playing, don't you?
That's a good marker for that treble. Or just below that. Moves across again. No. Osborne cursing the fact that he just can't get that treble at the moment. And so Stanley could pull away here.
Lee be disappointed he didn't punish it there.
But a disappointing 55 there from Stanley. Gives Osborne an opportunity to try and get back in this 5th leg. That's a good start. And he finally gets a ton 40.
Oh, Lee follows it up with
So
a ton 40.
Osborne has a chance to hold his throw if he can. Oh, but that's a bit unlucky, treble 5. So Stanley has 161 once again. He tried to do this before.
That's unlucky, it's on the wire.
He hits himself ton, leaving 61, but Osborne has 145. And he's just below the treble. Oh, great bullseye.
Yeah, good setup that is.
He leaves himself 58, but Stanley might go 25 double 18. Oh, he's just in the 4. 57. 17 leaves tops. And he takes it. And a breaker throw for Lee Stanley.
That could prove
He is
critical, that.
2 legs away from the final. the local Aussie might be in a spot of bother here if he doesn't quite improve.
I think you're right there, Mason. But Lee only starts with a 60 there, so he's opened the door for Colin, but looks like he's struggling to close it. Yeah, just a 40 from Colin. I'd be disappointed with that. I think both players finding the nerves here as Lee's had 3 straight darts there. And he's scoring 33, so will Colin actually find his range and punish it?
That's a good last start there from Aussie, leaving himself 376 at the moment.
Again, just another 60.
Well,
from
we
Lee.
have had one break of throw. Osborne is going to have to do it himself. So the race for the final is about to go into overdrive for these two players. Disappointing score for Stanley, 11 there.
See if Colin can shut the door and see his leg out and pull it back. He's moving across the hockey to find the range here.
Osborne just can't find that trouble at the moment. So Stanley has a few more darts to try and put a bit of pressure on.
Oh, looks like
That's a good ton 40.
super darts from Leeds, put himself back into this then. Colin taking his time, trying to get his composure back now, so.
So Osborne needs a treble here, and he leads himself 1-3-1 with Stanley back on 197. Well, that's a good start there. Oh, and again.
Yeah, super darts that is.
Or he leaves himself double 10 after that 177. Very good darts from Stanley.
Yeah, he's already putting the pressure on Colin now. Extend his lead to go one away from making the final.
Well, Osborne has took the one off there. He only leads 19, but Stanley has another opportunity for the holder throw. And again in one dart, he takes it.
His finishing's been brilliant so far, you can't fault him. Now he's gone for one away to making the final, so he's got a good local crowd here supporting him from Buxton, so.
Osborne is switching to 19s here.
I think he's found one.
He just can't find the treble. Stanley is in there again with another steady ton. Well, that's a disappointing cover there. 42 there. We've had some poor scoring from Osborne, but he will never give up without a fight, and we know it, right?
Absolutely. He's been there and done that. He's got
Oh,
the
well,
T-shirt.
Stanley has a poor score of his own, only 9. So this is a opportunity for Aussie to hold his throw once again.
Looks unlucky. Just
Oh,
struggling.
but that's disappointing. 41.
Just struggling on that treble 20 at the moment. He's all round it.
That's a good treble there for Stanley. See what Osborne can produce with 360 left.
He's just given himself a good talking to. We all know he can do it. He's been there, done that. So let's see if he can produce the goods.
That's a steady ton from Aussie. Stanley is on 3-2-4.
I think Colin would just be happy at a treble there, so he'd get himself back into it.
Osborne needs a treble to find himself to a finish. I don't know if he's got one or... No, he hasn't.
No, it was unlucky, that was all round it.
Stanley needs 2 trebles to... Well, 1 treble to get to a finish, but he can't. We've had some disappointing scores in this leg, so things are not looking good at all for Osborne, but see how we can set 200 up. He'll come down for 19s perhaps. Oh, that's treble 7 again. But it leaves him 1-4-4 for a hold, a throw. So 2 treble 20s, double 12 for Aussie. Oh, that's disappointing there. It'll switch down. That's we don't know what's left.
120.
He has left himself 70 after 74 points, but Stanley is on 138.
It's a treble. Who's to miss it second dart then?
If he hit another treble 20, it would have left him double 9. But Aussie is on 70 for 4-3 and a holder throw.
You never write Colin off if it's this, then he'd be favourite, take the next leg, I reckon. What do you think, Mike? Colin wins this, he'll have the confidence to win the next leg, you would imagine. They both seem to be up and down this leg.
He'll go for 12 and double top. Oh, but he misses.
Leave Stanley for the match then.
So Stanley will go 10 double top he's going for. And it's 5-3. He has ended it for the match.
It's been clinical on his finishing, Lee, as though, to be fair, you can't fault him.
So Lee Stanley will be against Mick Todd in the Derby Open final. So the final we will have back on the stream board after a while will be Mick Todd against Lee Stanley. So don't go anywhere.